The Ghost of the Mountains by Sujata Padmanabhan. It was the morning of Buddha Purnima, a day of great religious significance for the Buddhists of Ladakh. 16-year-old Rigzin had woken up earlier than usual. He had promised to help in the preparations for the special prayers that were to be held late that night in the village monastery. After gulping down a steaming hot cup of tea that his mother had made, he picked up his towel to have a wash in the stream that flowed by near his house. As Rigzin put on his jacket, he ran through the list of tasks that he had to do that morning.
Must remember to carry our butter tea container and 2 flasks to the Gonpa,
he thought.
and buy prayer flags from Sonam's shop.
Rigzin, why are you in a hurry today?
Asked his Amale as she stoked the fire in the stove.
I must leave early for the monastery. I have to help put up the new prayer flags,
Answered Rigzin as he ran out of the house. At the stream, Rigzin hung his towel on a branch of an apricot tree. It was spring. The tree was in full bloom, and a rose finch flitted in and out of the tree.
Ah, what a beautiful sight! The red of the rose finch seems to be so much brighter against the apricot blossoms,
Thought Rigzin. It was indeed a spectacular sight at this time of the year in the village of Ang. After the barren winter months, apricot trees spring to life, laden with glorious showers of delicate pinkish-white flowers. Flaming red-colored rose finches migrate back to the mountains after disappearing to lower altitudes in winter. Rigzin recalled his first glimpse of a rose finch through a pair of binoculars, a glimpse that had taken his breath away. "This can't be true," he had exclaimed to his camp instructor. Rigzin had signed up to attend a nature guide's training course the previous summer, and they were on a field trip in the Markha Valley.
"It is,
Said the instructor, smiling at Rigzin.
and we'll see more wonders of nature."
And sure enough, by the end of the course, Rigzin had not only learned a lot about the wildlife of Ladakh, he had also seen many mammals and birds for the first time: ibex, pika, robin accenters, and brown dippers, to name just a few. As Rigzin splashed the icy cold waters of the stream onto his face, he heard a voice in the distance call out to him.
Rigzin! Rigzin!
He looked up to find his friend Gr-8 wildly gesticulating to him and pointing in the direction of Tashi's house.
I have no time today.
Grumbled Rigzin in a moment of irritation. But in the very next instant, he saw a group of people running towards Tashi's house shouting, "Shan! Shan!" Rigzin's heart skipped a beat.
A Shan? In Tashi's house? Impossible.
He thought. In a second, he was up on his feet and running in the same direction. As he neared the house, he realized that something was amiss. A big crowd had gathered in front of the lhas of Tashi's house. Some people were standing on the roof of the lhas. Many of them held willow sticks in their hands, and there seemed to be commotion, great commotion. Now you may wonder what a lhas and a shan are. Lhas is the Ladakhi word for an enclosure where livestock like sheep, goats, cows, and yaks are kept. A shan, on the other hand, is a snow leopard.
Angmo! Angmo! Go quickly to the village headman's house and tell him to come immediately.
Rigzin took a few minutes to piece together what had happened. Tashi's wife, Chorol, had woken up in the morning as usual. But as she went up to the roof to gather firewood to light the stove, she heard a low growling sound. Running to the lhas, she opened the door. To her utter horror, she saw a snow leopard crouching in a corner. There were bloodstains covering the floor. All her goats and sheep lay motionless. Only a baby calf was untouched. She quickly shut the door and ran back to her home to wake up her family.
My God! I don't believe this.
Said Rigzin to Gr-8.
Yes, it's a big one, Rigzin. If you climb onto the roof of the lhas, you will get a glimpse of it.
Not wasting a second, Rigzin ran to the side of the house and climbed up to the roof. He had never seen a snow leopard before, but had learned a lot about these magnificent animals in the Nature Guide's course. He was told that they were endangered animals and were protected by India's wildlife laws. He felt concerned when he heard that there were only about 500 snow leopards in the country, but also proud that his region was home to one of the most endangered big cats. He was fascinated by the way they communicated with one another through scents that they left on large overhanging rocks. "Keep away, this is my territory," was the message that males often left for each other. Snow leopards had unusually long tails, almost the length of their bodies. The leopards wrapped their tails around their bodies like shawls to keep warm in winter. The people on the roof peered into a small hole that was on one side of the roof. Rigzin joined them and craned his neck to take a look. Yes, there it was, a real live snow leopard. Rigzin was numb, filled with a mixture of fear and excitement. This was an animal he thought he would never see. People referred to the snow leopard as the ghost of the mountains because it camouflaged itself so well in the rocky land. As Rigzin looked into the hole, he could see the baby calf lying still. It was the only animal in the Lhas to have been spared, at least until now. The leopard was fairly close to the calf, but its attention was on the hole in the roof around which the crowd had gathered.
"Let's kill the leopard!"
shouted Tashi suddenly, distraught at the loss of all his sheep and goats.
"Stone it to death!"
said one.
Throw poisoned meat through this hole,
said another. Rigzin froze with fear.
Quickly, think of something. Think of something to save the leopard,
he said to himself as the voices grew louder and more suggestions on how to kill the predator came pouring in.
Hold it! Hold it!
Yelled Rigzin so loudly that everyone turned around to see who it was.
We have to first save the calf in there. It's still alive and we'll have to get it out somehow. If we threaten the leopard in any way, it may attack the calf.
How can we save the calf?
Sobbed Chorol, breaking down as she remembered the time when the calf was born.
Anile,
Replied Rigzin.
don't cry. Your calf will be saved. I have an idea. Let's distract the leopard. Right now, the leopard is very near the calf on this side of the loss. You can see the calf through the hole lying near it, can't you? Let's make another small hole in the roof at the other end. All of you peep through the new hole and make a noise. The leopard will find that disturbing and is bound to cross over to see what you are up to. While you distract it from up here, I will quickly enter the loss and retrieve the calf.
"You are crazy,"
Laughed the village headman, and everyone nodded in agreement. Well, almost everyone. Not Chorol. She ran up to Rigzin and with tears in her eyes pleaded.
It's not safe for you to enter a loss with a leopard inside. But can you think of any other way to save my poor baby?
A snow leopard has never attacked humans till now. In all the countries where it is found, there has not been even one recorded instance of an attack. Don't worry, I'm quite sure that I will be okay.
Saying that, Rigzin picked up a stick and started pounding the roof at the other end. Everyone joined him, and soon a small hole was made. Sure enough, this seemed to anger the leopard. It came over to this end of the Lhas and initially stood still, keeping an eye on the roof. Then, when everyone on the roof started to yell and scream, it began to jump towards the hole. But the roof was too high. Not wasting another moment, Rigzin ran down to the Lhas. He placed his hand on the door of the Lhas, took a deep breath and opened it. He tiptoed quickly up to the calf and picked it up. As he stepped back, he saw the leopard turn around. Rigzin bolted towards the door. As he quickly shut it, he saw a flash of grey through the narrow chink. The snow leopard had missed him by a fraction of a second. Outside the Lhasa, Rigzin sank to his knees, holding the calf in his arms. In seconds, the villagers joined him from atop the roof.
He is alive! He is safe!
Yelled one.
Oh, Rigzin, I was so scared for you.
Confessed Jigmet, sitting down next to him. The villagers gathered around him and patted him on his back.
Now what do we do with the snow leopard?
Asked a villager once the excitement of saving the calf had died down.
Kill it, of course.
Said Tashi.
Oh no! We can't kill a snow leopard, Azangle!
Responded Rigzin, jumping to his feet.
Why not?
Asked a villager. Rigzin knew that this was going to be his next challenge for the day. He had just saved a calf from the snow leopard, and now he had to somehow save the snow leopard itself.
You can't kill this animal!
Said Rigzin as loudly as he could.
And why, young lad, can we not kill it?
Shouted someone in response.
Because
Answered Rigzin.
it's an endangered animal. It's given special protection in our country through a law called the Wildlife Protection Act.
Now don't show off.
Said a villager.
Just because you attended a nature camp and learned a few things, it does not mean that we have to suffer by letting this animal go free. If we free the leopard, it may turn up again when it feels hungry.
But a law is a law.
Replied Rigzin.
If anyone is found guilty of killing an animal that is protected by the Act, the person can be sent to jail or made to pay a fine.
But who is to know that we have killed one?
Queried someone in the crowd.
The wildlife officials are far away in Leh, and if we keep quiet about it, no one will come to know.
I won't keep quiet about it.
Threatened Rigzin, anger permeating his eyes and voice.
If this animal is killed, I will report all of you to the Wildlife Department.
At that moment, the headman stepped in, fearing an endless battle of words.
Calm down, everyone. Let's sit down and discuss what we should do.
He said.
There is nothing to discuss, Azangle.
Began Rigzin.
The animal is an endangered one. There are only about 5,000 snow leopards left in the world. Some of these animals are being killed by angry villagers who have lost their livestock. Many are killed for their fur and bones.
Yes, that's true.
Chipped in Angmo, who had joined the group after feeding the calf some milk.
I heard this on the radio one evening. A poacher was recently caught with over 100 animal skins, and the news said that many of the skins were those of snow leopards.
Yes, the poaching of endangered animals is a serious issue. Luckily, it is not a problem in Ladakh. Otherwise, it would be something to be very ashamed of. Besides the leopard, many animals like the otter, tiger, and the red fox are poached for their skin. A tiger skin fetches the poacher thousands of rupees.
But there are no tigers in Ladakh.
Added Angmo.
Yes, that's true.
Responded Rigzin.
Tiger bones have been used in traditional Chinese medicine. Now that the numbers of tigers are on the decline, the bones of snow leopards are being used as a substitute. If this continues, then the snow leopard may become extinct in our country. Our children and grandchildren will only see their pictures.
He had begun to realize that the crowd seemed less intent on doing away with the leopard.
We'll have to look at different solutions to save our animals. Be more alert when taking our animals out. Avoid the very steep terrain on the mountains, as that's the area the leopard prefers.
And make sure the Lhasa is fully secure.
Added Chorol.
It was a mistake to have made a hole in the roof.
Our fault, really.
nodded Tashi ruefully. Rigzin informed the wildlife department at Leh about the predator. 3 officials and a veterinary doctor arrived later that afternoon in a jeep. The doctor shot a tranquilizer into the leopard, which was no easy task, as it had to be done through the hole in the roof. When the officials and Rigzin carried the animal out, there was a collective gasp. No one had seen a leopard from so close. The animal was placed on a sackcloth in the jeep and was taken to Leh. A decision about where to release it would be taken the next day. At the monastery, the Buddhist monks started their chants in unison. The fragrance of juniper incense filled the air. Through the windows of the temple, the moonbeams spread a silvery light, almost ghost-like.
Just like the ghost of our mountains,
Thought Rigzin, as he closed his eyes, smiling. He knew that somewhere in their beautiful mountains, a snow leopard would soon walk free.